It's just me out here.
You're kidding me.
I'm came in with a somewhat interesting YouTube channel, and this is my first solo camp. And I'm doing it without a tent. Let's jump right into it.
Say just hike down and then just kind of turn left and go up.
Oh, there goes my ride. I am out in basically the middle of nowhere, and I am hiking down this dirt road to go find a camp spot. We are out here on a beautiful spring morning. That's the dirt trail I've been hiking along, dirt road, and I'm gonna hike up into here and see if I can find a camping spot. Alright, as I hike, I'm gonna tell you about some quick reminders. In case of emergencies, I have this locator beacon that I could activate in a extreme emergency. Also, I do have enough cell phone service to make emergency calls. Another tip for desert survival: bring plenty of water, because you'll wear yourself out if you're hiking, doing physical exertion like chopping sagebrush, trees, starting fires. The desert air and heat will make you sweat and lose water extremely quickly, so it is always important to bring extra water when you're hiking in climates like this. You have to be extremely careful with fires. When all of the sagebrush is dry, it's very flammable. Right now, I don't think I'm able to create open campfires, so I brought a little mini backpacking stove that I'm gonna test out, so be sure to stick around and see if that will work. It's not a Jetboil or a propane stove. It's a little collapsible metal box that you place a flammable cube underneath, and it transfers that heat to your pot and hopefully boils your water. I have literally never tested this, so make sure to stay and see if that ends up working, or I'm eating dry oatmeal tomorrow morning. That'll be fun. This is where I am right now. It looks like a pretty decent spot for a campsite. Well, I've been hiking for about 45 minutes, and I found this space, which could work if I clear out some of this brush here. These juniper trees, they're kind of dotted throughout the sagebrush, will provide a nice shade so it doesn't get too hot while the sun is still out. If you're moving a bunch of sagebrush, it's always a good idea to wear gloves, because it's very sharp and feels almost thorny with all these little branch stubs, and it can easily scrape and cut your fingers, and it won't make for a good camping trip. Leave a like on the video if you're enjoying it so far and want to see if I can survive the night. Also, subscribe if you want to see more outdoor survival content and challenges from me in the future. Alright, now that I've cleared out this area of the camp, I need to get rid of this bush that my bag is leaning on, because I'm going to try and string a rope between these two juniper trees and lay a tarp over it in a tent shape to create a rain cover and give a little protection from the sun and wind. Alright, I think we got ourselves a nice little campsite. Let's set up the tarp. I am using 2 tarps. I'm gonna lay one on the ground so my sleeping bag isn't in the dirt and the rocks and the sticks. But it's always important when you're laying a tarp down on the bottom to remove anything that could poke holes in it, because they'll be breaking your gear and then you'll just have to buy another one. This is a pretty good tarp. I bought it for like $5 at Walmart. So considering that, it's held up pretty good. It's moderately waterproof and it's small, so it's easy to pack into your bag if you're going on a multi-day backpacking trip. Because it was just an overnight camp, I brought a little camping pillow that I like to bring. But if you're on a trip where you're trying to save space and be light, you can take your sweatshirt or jacket and stuff it inside your sleeping bag stuff sack, and it creates a nice little pillow for you without adding extra weight to what you're already bringing. Alright, I got the tarp right here. I'm going to string the rope across the 2 juniper trees and get it set up. Alright, now that it's nice and taut, I'm going to tie it off. I got to quickly string the tarp up because I'm losing daylight fast and I still need to make dinner. Alright, I finished setting this side of it up. Let me take you around to the other side. Here's what the other side looks like. I tied them down to different bushes that were still left when I cleared the area. This is how it looks underneath. So I have a nice little protection from the sun and the wind. And then I can lay my sleeping bag out right there. Alright, this is the little cooking stove. And you place one of these underneath and light it, and it's your little stove. Alright, now I have that little stove going. I put it in a little bit of a divot so it'll stay out of the wind a little bit better and hopefully not blow out the flame. Alright, this is what I'm having for dinner. It's a vegetable beef stew. I just pour the water in, and the chemicals on the outside of the package should heat up the water to cook the meal. This is getting nice and hot from the chemical reactions, and it's cooking the stew. Alright, the water is starting to boil, so I think that's good to take it off and have some cider. Alright, we have my water. Pour this in. We're going to give it a good mix. Alright, we got my warm cider. It's starting to get a little bit more chilly out, so hopefully this will warm me up. Ooh. It's hot, but it's really good. Well, that was delicious. Let's check on the stew. Mosquitoes everywhere. I forgot to bring bug repellent. It is a mistake I will not do again. Alright, this is extremely hot, so I'm going to use a little spoon and fork teamwork to get it out.
You're kidding me.
The head of my spoon broke off. It looks like I'm going to be eating a stew with a fork tonight, because my spoon is broken. Let's get this thing out and I can show you guys what it looks like. Alright, it comes in this little package. Open it up. I'm actually just going to eat it right out of the container. it looks really good. It is so warm. I'm gonna dig right into it. Potatoes, beef, so good. I'm gonna finish this, then finish setting up my sleeping bag and air mattress. Alright, I finished eating. Now I'm gonna set up my sleeping bag. There we go. I set up my pad and slid it inside so I don't roll off it in the night. I got my pillow right there and it's all set up. It's really nice out right now. We just got a couple minutes of sunlight left, so I'm gonna see if I can hike up to that hill right there to get a better view of the sunset before it's completely gone. I think the biggest difference that camping by yourself makes is that it's just so quiet and peaceful. Because if you just stop and listen, you can hear all the birds and the crickets and it's all the sounds of nature, and it's super peaceful and relaxing. So I think I'm going to be going on more camps like this. Subscribe if you want me to film them and post them on this channel. Catch the last bit of this sunset. Gotta hurry. Ah! Ow. Ugh. I tripped on a rock when I was running, which is to be expected, and this point scraped me right here. So maybe I'll just walk the rest of the way. Made it. Just absolutely stunning view. I'm gonna enjoy the sunset for a couple more minutes, then walk down to my camp and get ready to go to sleep. It's already starting to get kind of windy, so fingers crossed that I'm not going to be cold tonight. Look, way down there. That's my camp. I was walking back and found this. This is deer droppings. By the look of it, it looks a week old, so they are around this area, but didn't go right here for the last couple days. Well, it's getting late, so I'm going to lay down and go to sleep. I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. Oh, I slept good, but it's kind of chilly outside, so I don't want to get up. I wore this at night to protect my face from the mosquitoes and the cold. It was really nice. It's a beautiful sunrise. Well, it got me through the night. It's not a bad shelter if I do say so myself. We're gonna add our water. Alright, let's put the lid on. And we're all set. So, in this side I have dry oatmeal, and this side is sugar and chocolate chips. Alright, it's just about done. Let's get this bug out. Let's pour out the water and then we can add in the other ingredients. Looks pretty good. Chocolate chip oatmeal. if I had a little bit more time, I would just carve a new spoon, but this is gonna have to work for now. Alright, I just finished my oatmeal and I gave my pot a little wash with some extra water. I'm gonna quickly pack up and get ready to go. Alright, I don't really want to do another time lapse, so I'm gonna clean this up and we're gonna get on our way. Alright, I'm all packed up. Oh, hold on. I forgot something. There we go. That's better. Alright, as I was saying, it's starting to get closer to the time I'm gonna get picked up. So I have to go hike over there. I'm gonna get my bag on and head over there. Alright, that's where I hiked up to last night to see the sunset. Right around there is where I fell. My camp was down there. And I'm hiking to up there. Found some pretty flowers that these will grow on these soft leaves. That's a big bunch of them. Alright, don't forget to like and subscribe if you've made it this far in the video and are enjoying it. Leave a comment down below for any suggestions for future videos I should do. Well, we've just about made it. The hike was absolutely worth it. This view is just stunning. And here's the problem. Because these places are so special, we really have to work hard to keep them nice. And we can't be doing stuff like littering, because that really ruins the environment. So, don't litter, and if you see anything like this, pick it up. Rule of camping is leave it better than you found it. One final tip for camping and hiking in this area is during the summertime when it gets hot out, you can get rattlesnakes coming out and sunning themselves on rocks like these. So you always have to be careful. Yeah, you gotta keep your eyes up and watch your step, because it's gonna make a bad end to your camping trip if you're bit by a rattlesnake. That's my one final safety tip. Oh wait, there's deer. Let's see if we can get them. They're really well camouflaged. You see them now? You'll get these all over this area. It looks like 2 young males. Their horns haven't fully grown yet, and they're still pretty small, but it's cool to spot them. It's about an hour's hike back to where I'm gonna get picked up, so I'm gonna start heading down. There's the dirt road. Almost there. There's my ride. Hey, has anything changed in the real world since I was gone for a day?
Half the world has been decimated.
Half the world has been gone. World War III has started. I made it back safe and sound. Drop a like on the video and subscribe if you enjoyed it and want to see more survival content. I'm Cayman, and this is Somewhat Interesting. I'll see you guys at the next video. Peace out.